guest. Thanks for staying with us. I'm here at Emmanuel College with one of the greats of the SANFL footy. They call him the Golden Boy down there at West Adelaide, but he doesn't like to be called that. Jason Porplyzia. Porps, how are you?
Good, thanks, Phil.
All right, good year for Westies, mate. Obviously, you win the grand final. You played a big part of that. How did it all unfold?
Yeah, it was obviously a terrific year, and capped it off with a great day on September 27, I think it was. So, yeah, I guess it started way back on day one of pre-season, and the boys rolled up for training and were prepared to work hard, and we obviously improved a lot as a group throughout the year, and probably by the time the finals came around, we started playing our best football, and it all culminated on that great day.
All right, there's always that comparison between the AFL and the SANFL. Pre-season training for you as an AFL player compared to an SANFL player, does it vary much?
It varies quite a lot.
Yep.
You can't really compare the difference, the step up in AFL standard, and I guess coming back to the SANFL this year, it's a bit of a breath of fresh air, I suppose, and you get to enjoy the training a little bit more, and the demands aren't quite so much, although the guys are certainly working hard. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday night football and running training, and Tuesday and Thursday weights training. So you're coming off, a lot of the guys come off a day's work or a day's study and going into pretty intense training. So that takes a bit of adjusting to get used to, rather than the 9 to 5 hours of AFL football. But I guess, certainly the intensity is not quite the same as AFL level.
All right, for you though, with the body, the shoulder injuries and the injuries you had going into the SANFL, was that an advantage for you? A day on, day off type
Yeah,
scenario?
I think, Mark Micken, the coach, and I
Rubbers,
sat down.
great man.
Rubbers.
Yep.
We sat down at the start of last year and sort of planned out my pre-season, and he was very kind to me and gave me the odd session, a bit of a break, and took me off the legs a little bit, so managed me through a little bit, and I guess that helped, and the body was thankful for that, because I ended up playing every game for the year.
I was going to say that, so during the year though, there's the physical side of it, and then there's the mental side, and I mean, we've all played with injuries, and it's frustrating, and it does detract from the way you want to play. For you not having them, just to have a year where you felt like you'd just go and play footy, did the love and the enjoyment come back, and the business side move away, and it was actually more fun to play footy again?
It certainly did. It was probably the most enjoyable year I've had playing football, purely because you could just get out there and play, and the group of guys that we had were a great bunch of fellas, and we all gelled together really well through the year, and we could, I guess the whole group could sense something building throughout the year, and it makes it more enjoyable when you're successful, and it's been a lot. Well, I haven't won a premiership since under 17s back at Westies a long time ago, so that makes it a little bit more special.
All right, the minute the siren sounds, what's your first thought? Can you remember what went through your head? Is it relief, is it excitement, or is it a combination?
Yeah, I don't know, it's a little bit of a surreal feeling. I think we could probably sense that we had it won. I reckon we kicked the goal there was only a couple of minutes to go, and we kicked the goal, and I remember I was playing down back, and Brad Helbig and I were just sort of walking back to our positions, and I reckon we just restrained ourselves from hugging each other there at that moment. So, and then a couple of minutes later the siren went, and it was just a bit of disbelief, I think, and it takes a little bit of time before it sinks in, and obviously a lot of hugs and a lot of celebration, and it's that hour after the game that you really enjoy, and before you know it, it's gone, and so you're trying to search for that feeling again, and so we've got to do it again this year.
All right, so let's talk about the raw emotion straight after the game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
Jen.
were talking...
You're coming to talk about your book in a minute.
No. I want to tell you, this is the best PE student I ever taught.
The best what student?
PE student.
PE student.
He was in my year 11 PE class. He was the only person that could beat all the teachers at badminton, and smart as all hell, and sensational.
Did you teach him badminton?
No.
No. What did you teach him?
We would have done a bit of footy touch, anything like that. But the main thing is just a genuine bloke. And you know why Westies win? When you get a whole lot of blokes like this, mastery, hours, and also care, he's got it covered.
They call him the Golden Boy. They call him the Golden Boy down at Westies. Would that be why? Because he's the master?
Well, the thing is, it's because he's just a good bloke, and he can play.
He's a good bloke.
And he can play.
And he can
Unlike
play.
you.
Neither.
Exactly right. Exactly
Very
right.
kind, Jenny.
See, but it's true, Jace.
Yeah, very kind to you.
And the thing is, he was the reason why I used to barrack for the Crows sometimes. How about that?
Wow, that
Oh, okay.
How about
Well,
that?
must have
there's
made some
she.
How
impression.
about that? He made an impression.
And you've admitted that on TV.
And
now
I've
that
also
will be a
found out
scoop.
why he and his cousin spelt their names differently.
Yeah.
See, I know all of that, and I bet you don't even know that. See, that's the thing
We
about
don't
you
know
and me,
what we
Phil.
don't know.
I genuinely care. He just interviews.
Yeah, correct.
Porps knows I care about him. This has been a very deep and meaningful interview, right up
Well,
until
I'll leave
about
you-
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I'll leave you guys
When
to
a
finish
bright
off
yellow
the
moan jumped
evening.
out. The raw emotion straight after a game. Guys actually hugging each other. It's amazing. If you think back, you go, that's really not normal.
Yeah.
But because of the euphoria of winning, the adrenaline, all those things come in. And then I reckon there is that first 5 or 6 minutes where you don't actually realise what's going on, just enjoying the moment. It never comes back unless you win it again. And then it's never the same as the first time. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, as you said, guys hugging each other is pretty amazing in itself. But yeah, I guess once you've had a chance to reflect and it all happens so fast and you go through you're just hugging and you're enjoying and you're getting around everyone and everyone's so excited and before you know it, that first 10 minutes is gone and then that first hour is gone and you're back in the rooms and we had a really great moment where we all came back out onto Adelaide Oval and all stood in a circle in the middle of the ground and just soaked up the atmosphere and
Whose idea was that? Whose idea to come back out on the ground?
I'm not sure actually.
It
I think
doesn't normally happen.
no.
It was one of the boys. I think Shannon Green and Aaron Filkey were behind that.
Being told by Andrew Marks, our football
Right.
manager, that one of the boys said that it would be a good idea and
A lot of
it was
guys
great.
said
We've
you
got a lot
won
of
the
great
premiership
photos.
despite Andrew Marks being involved in the program. Porps, would that be a fair call or not, mate?
Yeah, probably there'd be differing opinions on the amount of work that he's put into Westies winning the premiership, but anyone who's seen the premiership photo of the group of boys and the coach, they would notice that there was one other special person in that photo, and that was Andrew Marks. And I don't think there was anyone as happy as him on the day, and he certainly put in a lot of effort and time. And you know, he's part of the group that got to share in the reward on the day.
You talk about this year is nearly over as far as the premiership buzz. You can feel we've got to start getting ready for next year. Have you made the shift to get ready for next year yet, or still enjoying the moments?
Well, I think the shift happened last night at about 5:30 when the boys rocked up to pre-season and got told that we had 3 1K time trials. So yeah, that put reality back into check, and I think we're all still. There seems to be a pretty strong drive and a sense from the group that you know, we want to achieve the same thing again next year. And obviously, it was a great time for the club last week with 6 guys getting drafted to the AFL, and great for those guys and great for the club. But you know, there's some spots that we need to fill, and that brings
pretty big
opportunity
hole.
for some young guys coming through. So yeah, that's exciting as well.
All right, if you were to win it at the end of next year, does Porps go again? How long does Porps keep rolling for now, mate?
I'm
Is
just
there-
going
is
to
there a number?
I'm just going to keep going until we lose one. Yeah, so hopefully that means there's another 2 or 3 years left. Yeah, while I'm still enjoying it and getting a bit out of it, I'll keep going.
Do you reckon that's the thing that you found most coming back to the SANFL is that, and we touched on it before, the enjoyment side of things? It makes you feel like you're back to where you started footy. You know, as a young kid, we played whatever the sport was because we enjoyed it. Then you get into that real professional environment, into the bubble, where it becomes a grind and it's hard work, and almost the enjoyment other than a win is taken away.
Yeah.
And suddenly you come back to what you originally started playing for, and the buzz comes back with it a little bit.
Yeah, it does, absolutely, and I certainly felt that this year. And I guess at the top level, it is so cutthroat. You don't have as much time to enjoy it because you're always, you know, there's someone who's always out there to take your spot, and the opposition is so at such a high level. You need to be on your game all the time. But I think that's one of the great things about the club this year was we didn't lose sight of the fact that we were there to enjoy it and enjoy our training and work hard together as a group and go out on game day. And you know, whilst we all wanted to have success, we want to enjoy it while we're doing it. So at the SANFL level, you can certainly do that, and yeah, it makes it. It makes you want to go around again next year.
Well, hopefully you will. Jason Porplyzia, our special guest, will be going around again next year for Westies. He's predicting 2 in a row. Let's see how good a judge he is.